Okay, so before we begin, we have got to go and find one last picture. I'm back in this room in a New Game Plus. If you look upwards at the ropes up here, there is a hidden ghost that only appears in the New Game Plus. You can get it during the fight, but whatever. But anyway, let's skip ahead to this bit here. This is the just after the Kasabi fight. So we've done all that. Yes, you have to do all that again. And then in a New Game Plus you get Hellish Abyss. This may be also hard mode and higher exclusively, but yeah. So before we begin, I'm just going to equip this film, which we've not used any Type 0 film so far. Well, this is very important that we do. Things will play out largely the same. This cutscene happens again. There is a slight difference.
I kept waiting.
That difference was placed by me, though. That visual difference. That's all I'm going to say. The more observant among you may have noticed this in other New Game Plus footage. That's right, those glasses are they're an endgame reward, and they've appeared in every single New Game Plus bit of footage, because I deliberately did that to separate the footage out. Don't know how obvious it was, but instead of the ending happening as it did, we have this where we can approach Mayu some more, deliberately. I felt it was okay to talk over that cutscene. It's exactly the same as the one before, apart from the glasses, which I added. Let's move very carefully towards Mayu at this point. And she starts walking towards us. Yep. So you have the Kasabi fight, and then we have this, which is the true final boss. Kind of. Technically, according to the sequels, this is not actually the canon final boss. The canon final boss is the Kasabi, because the normal ending is apparently canon, not this one. But there is actually a hidden ghost in this fight. Fortunately, if Saya is just... Because yes, we're fine, Saya. Oh, there she is. She's got this red mist surrounding her for a start. You can't do anything to her while that red mist is there. So yeah, she will occasionally come at you. And fortunately it's not a one-hit kill, because that was something I really was concerned about. However, the bit where Mayu walks towards you, if you don't back away and take a picture of her, and she grabs you, that's a one-hit kill, regardless of the stone mirror. That's just how it is. So yeah, you fight Sai. The red mist is... it makes her invincible, and she runs at you like this. There's a hidden ghost here. We'll find it eventually, but I'm mostly just running from it. I'm doing the wrong thing right now. Yeah, you're supposed to, like, let her lunge at you without actually grabbing you. So that's what I'm doing now. There you go.
Mayu, my leg hurts.
Alright, so I'm going to ignore her for the moment and take a picture of the abyss itself, and you get swallowed by dark, which is the very last hidden ghost of the game, and you can only get it during this fight. I think I missed an opportunity to take a picture of her, of Sai, and attack her, but that's because I wanted to get the hidden ghost first, so I could just focus entirely on her. There's also some interesting things going on with the audio of this part, because you can actually hear both Sai and Mayu talking to you, and it also reveals some very disturbing things about Mayu's mental state.
You always worry about me. Knowing I was killed by the priest. You always think about me again. Did you do whatever I said?
basically, if you can't really tell what's happening, what's being said, she's saying stuff like, "You'll always worry about me." So you know she's got her leg. And you know how I've been making fun of the leg and saying that it's okay to make fun of the leg. The reason it's okay to make fun of her leg, as far as I'm concerned, is the fact that her leg issues are self-inflicted. Yes, this is a thing about Mayu that's kind of subtle in the original, but I think they made it, like, in the remake, like, incredibly, like, upfront with it in one of the endings. Basically, Mayu is insane. And as a child, because she so dearly loves her sister and wanted to be with her sister forever, she decided to mutilate herself so that her sister had to look after her for the rest of her life. Yeah. So if you didn't know that, that's Mayu. Yeah, and that's kind of why I don't particularly like Mayu as a character. It's not just how she's annoying, but there's that, I don't know. That's why you hear her saying that. My leg hurts. So that you can, here's me not actually realising that the red mist has actually come down and I can take a picture of it. And, yeah. And yeah, that was a missed opportunity. But yeah, that's the story. So yeah, it's very repetitive, this fight. It's literally, Sai will hover around in the red mist, you can't do anything to her, that she will attempt to lunge at you as much as possible. I think if she lunges at you 3 times, and then next time she appears the mist will fall, and then you can get your opportunity. It's always best to try and get fatal frames at her as well. If you hover over, she'll stand completely still when the mist comes down, thankfully. But when that happens, you've just got to hover the camera over her for a while, like this. And I missed the fatal frame, but oh well. The reason why the fatal frame's good is because you can get the combo. So you have to just sit and wait for that little shutter chance to come up. I think I did it successfully earlier in the fight, but yeah. I think I missed the 3rd shot.
She'll always worry about me. And only when I was killed by the priests.
Yeah, the sound design in this part of the game is really, really good. Just because it reveals all that subtlety about Mayu being completely off the wall. And yeah, there's not much to talk about. Fortunately, this earthquake doesn't really throw you off all that much. Well, did there slightly. There you go. Oh, and I ran out of film. Good. Now, here's a fun fact about this recording, just so you know. Some behind the scenes information for you. Ages ago I attempted to do a 100% run of the game, like in the New Game Plus, but I never finished it because I never did this fight for whatever reason. I've had that save file sitting on my memory card ever since. That's the file I've been using. Like, I left a file at the beginning of the New Game Plus, and that's what I've been using for this LP. And I had a save right before this boss. And, yeah, well, right before the tunnel with the mourners, because that's the last save point in the game. So, yeah. I think this is the last rush that she does at me before I manage to take her down. Here we go.
I will forgive you.
I didn't bother with fatal frame because I noticed the health was really low. So there you go. Very, very easy. And then you have one last chance to take a picture of her. She doesn't do anything at this point, she just stands on the edge of the pit. And a single shot will do it. That's scripted, by the way. I don't think you can lose. Knocks them both in the pit. Oh no!
Mayu!
in there?
See, I remember all that stuff about how the ritual must not be seen
I can't remember
and all that.
how we were able to leave the village.
Yeah.
We were found passed out in the woods. And that village is no more.
Got flooded. Because all that stuff about them building a dam.
Mayu, let's go now. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Together, forever.
Yeah. So there you go. You have, that is the, I believe it's the Hellish Abyss ending, and it's only available, I think, if you do the hard mode New Game Plus thing. I'm going to keep trying to talk over this song so I don't get a copyright strike against my video like I did with the first part, because this song is copyrighted and all the rest of it. I got a copyright notice from Pony Canyon, who own the rights to, I believe, stuff that Suki Amano does, because that's who the artist is. The song is called Cho, it means butterfly in Japanese. That was the thing I didn't know at the time. It's Cho. Cho, I think, is the actual pronunciation of it. So that was Fatal Frame 2. As we saw, what that ending is, if you don't understand it, at certain points in the game we hear about like how people have to be like, you have the bodies thrown into the pit by the mourners, and the mourners are blind for a reason, because if you look into the abyss, you go blind. That is the plot of the game. That is one of the big things about it. So this is the key thing. There is Mayu, not Mayu, Mio at the end of the game, when she goes to save Mayu from falling in the pit, she looks into the abyss and she goes blind. But there's also a nice little subtle final frame thing, that's not a pun on the name, trust me on this, which shows that Mayu like has this little smile on her face, and like she walks off with, when she guides Mio around. Because remember, this whole thing I said about how Mayu mutilated herself, she broke her own leg as a child, so that Mio was forced to look after her forever, and they could be together forever. Well, now that Mio's blind, guess what? She has to look after her, so now they have to be together forever. Ah, that's really creepy, isn't it? Yes. So, that of course is not the canon ending. The canon ending is the one you saw in the last part, and the reason why that's canon is because that's the ending that's referenced in Fatal Frame 3. Will I do that game at some point? Probably. It won't be like anytime soon though. I'll probably do a few other games before I do that. Of course, we know very well what the next Let's Play is, don't we? Oh yes, we do. You all voted for it, because I mentioned in the chatty corners. If you don't watch the chatty corners, by the way, you should watch the chatty corners. They give you full updates of everything that's going on. Speaking of which, I will do a chatty corner, which is a retrospective on this game, and my experiences of playing it, and my thoughts on the game, and all of that stuff. So that's cool. What else is there? There was something else I wanted to say. Okay, so yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this Let's Play. It's been a lot of fun to do. It's been a very interesting experiment doing essentially 2 playthroughs simultaneously of it. It's a great game, I can tell you that much. It is one of my favourite. Fatal Frame is pretty much my favourite horror game series. And that's why I'm so excited to play the new one, which is out later this year over here. Finally, they're bringing it to the West. And yeah, that's basically it. Hope you've enjoyed this. There will be a little preview thing of the next Let's Play at the end of this, just like there was at the end of Uncharted. And I will do some retrospective on this, but also give you a little bit of information on when the next Let's Play is coming. Until then, please follow me on Twitter, and if you can, I would absolutely love you to support me on Patreon. There's always a link to those 2 things in every video I do now. Keep following the chatty corners, that will give you updates on things as they happen, and yeah, that's basically all I can say. Again, hope you've enjoyed the Let's Play, and I will see you next time. Just still in my house. Leave. No, because we're about to start a new adventure, Lara. We're gonna go off and do wonderful things together again. Oh, bloody hell.